In 21 days, everyone will be wiped out. Ray Dalio. Are you concerned about the future of the economy? Want to learn from one of the most successful and renowned investors in the world? In this video, we explore the insights of Ray Dalio, the founder of Bridgewater Associates, as he shares his predictions for the future of the economy and the steps we can take to prepare for it. Dalio, known for his ability to predict and navigate economic crises, believes that there are certain factors that will lead to the downfall of the economy and has unique strategies to prevent it. From his views on the debt cycle to his principles of investing, this video is a must-watch for anyone looking to stay ahead of the curve in the current economic climate. Don't miss out on the expert insights and predictions of one of the most respected voices in the financial world. Before moving to the main part of the video, let's first take a look at the life of Ray Dalio. Ray Dalio is an American businessman, investor, and philanthropist. He is the founder, co-chief investment officer, and co-chairman of Bridgewater Associates, a global macro investment management firm based in Westport, Connecticut. He is considered one of the most successful and renowned investors in the world, with a net worth of over $18 billion according to Forbes. Dalio began his career in the 1970s, working as a bond trader at Shearson Hayden Stone. He then founded Bridgewater Associates in 1975, which has since grown to become the largest hedge fund in the world, managing over $160 billion in assets. Throughout his career, Dalio has been known for his unique approach to investing and risk management, which he has detailed in his book Principles, Life and Work. The book, which is considered as a business classic, lays out his approach to decision-making and management, which he calls radical transparency and radical truth. He believes that these principles are key to making good decisions and achieving success in any field. He is also known for his strong views on economic principles and his ability to predict and navigate economic crises, including the 2008 financial crisis. He has spoken extensively on the current economic crisis, warning about the dangers of increasing debt levels and the potential for economic downturns as a result. In addition to his business and investment pursuits, Dalio is also a philanthropist, with a particular focus on education and economic opportunity. Through the Dalio Foundation, he has donated millions to support programs and initiatives in these areas. Dalio's career and investment philosophy have been the subject of numerous books, articles, and documentaries, and his insights are highly respected within the financial community. He is a frequent speaker at events and conferences around the world, and his views on the economy and investment strategies are widely followed by investors, economists, and business leaders. First, Ray Dalio correctly predicted the financial disaster that occurred in 2008. Then, he anticipated that the COVID epidemic would put a long-term financial burden on the economy of the United States that would last for years. Now, the 72-year-old billionaire investor is warning of a new economic calamity on the horizon, and he wants you to be prepared for it. Dalio said during a live-streamed question and answer session, "I believe we're at danger of a conflict with China, most likely as a result of misconceptions." Dalio pointed out that his forecasts aren't facts and admitted that he's been incorrect in the past. However, due to the patterns that have emerged over the last 500 years, he predicted that future disasters will be unavoidable. To put it another way, if an impending confrontation between the United States and China does not bring the economy to its knees, then something else would. The following are the reasons why he believes that a calamity is on the horizon, as well as his top 2 advice for preparing one's finances for it. Why Ray Dalio believes the trade conflict between the United States and China might become worse. Dalio said in his most recent book, Principles for Dealing with the Changing World Order, that efforts by the United States to make China and its culture more American might ultimately backfire, resulting in a clash between the two countries. "I was trying to describe what a Chinese leader had told me about how they think about governing," Dalio wrote. "I was attempting to explain how they think about governing. I was not expressing my personal perspective, nor supporting that method in any way," she said. In the same piece, he shared his optimism that the United States and China might pull back from the brink of confrontation and work together to find a solution. According to what he stated, What I believe and what Bridgewater accomplishes are of infinitesimal relevance compared to the fast escalating probability of U.S. conflict with China. I hope that careful consideration will be given to that matter, and that there will be an increase in the degree to which people understand one another, as well as a decrease in the degree to which individuals will be inclined to fight. Now let's see how you can save yourself if this prediction comes true. First and foremost, evaluate the dangers that your finances pose. I was trying to describe what a Chinese leader had told me about how they think about governing, Dalio wrote. I was attempting to explain how they think about governing. I was not expressing my personal perspective, nor supporting that method in any way, she said. In the same piece, he shared his optimism that the United States and China might pull back from the brink of confrontation and work together to find a solution. According to what he stated, what I believe and what Bridgewater accomplishes are of infinitesimal relevance compared to the fast escalating probability of U.S. conflict with China. I hope that careful consideration will be given to that matter, and that there will be an increase in the degree to which people understand one another, as well as a decrease in the degree to which individuals will be inclined to fight. Now let's see how you can save yourself if this prediction comes true. First and foremost, evaluate the dangers that your finances pose. Dalio said on Friday that he follows a straightforward philosophy when it comes to dealing with upcoming events, and that this is true regardless of what transpires. If you worry, you don't have to worry. And if you don't worry about it, you'll end up worrying about it anyhow. According to what he stated, being worried forces you to take a closer look at the dangers that are specific to you and urges you to take action on those risks. Location, which refers to the actual geographical location of both your home and place of employment, is an example of one potential danger. The book written by Dalio has something called a health index, which ranks almost a dozen countries based on a total of 18 criteria, such as their levels of debt, military might, and economic production. According to Forbes, he aims to develop a website holding real-time copies of the data, and it is designed to serve as a resource for readers to evaluate risks and formulate strategies for where to live and invest. Moving is, of course, frequently a bother, but Dalio said that it is something to think about in the event that there is a threat to one's financial stability. He continued by saying, flexibility is essential. In a similar vein, he suggested that you evaluate your financial exposure using terms that account for inflation rather than dollars from the present day. For instance, if you have money stashed away in a savings account, that money is probably growing in value at a slower pace than the rest of your assets since it is subject to the effects of inflation. However, this does not imply that you should always select other assets over a savings account, nor does it imply that you should always choose the other way around. Dalio said that in uncertain times, you must ensure that your funds for unexpected expenses are protected by a diverse and robust investment portfolio. His second piece of advice was to save money aside and diversify your investments. Dalio suggests that the first thing you do to build a robust portfolio is to evaluate your existing investing plan, if you have one at all, in order to calculate the number of weeks during which you would be able to make ends meet financially in the event that you were laid off from your work. According to what Dalio had to say about the matter, it is always profitable to find out whatever the worst-case situation is and shield yourself from that. Then, make sure that all of your money isn't stored in a single location. Past week, when U.S. inflation reached its highest level in the last 31 years, Dalio said on CNBC that cash is not a secure investment. On Friday, he urged that investors construct a portfolio that is as diversified as is humanly feasible. This portfolio should include everything from inflation index bonds, which Dalio regarded more highly than conventional bonds, to tangible assets such as gold. Your investment portfolio may potentially consist of digital assets such as various cryptocurrencies. Despite the fact that he'd spent years bashing cryptocurrency, Dalio revealed in May to CoinDesk that he personally owned a small quantity of Bitcoin. According to what Dalio stated about it on Friday, the explanation is that it is a hedge bet, which was placed purely for the sake of diversification. I advise folks who prefer Bitcoin, or those who like gold, to not make it an all-or-none choice, he added. It's better to make it an all-or-none decision. This brings us to the end of our video. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more informative and interesting content. And don't forget to leave a comment with your thoughts on the current economic situation and how it will affect you. Thanks for watching.